It's Malcolm Holmes, General Manager, Great Central Railway, and you join me today for my February update outside the Loco shed at Loughborough, where the fleet of steam locomotives are resting after a really busy winter steam gala weekend. And what a phenomenal success that was. We had three Great Western guest locomotives, which when put alongside our own Witherslack Hall, that made for a really fantastic Great Western focused gala. We also welcomed back Loughborough-based Austerity Robert, and he proved to be very popular. It was clearly an event that we put on with mass appeal because the number of people that came to the railway, particularly on the Saturday when the weather was superb, was really phenomenal. So I think it's going to be a record-breaking gala. Our double-track railway, the intense timetable and the fantastic goods trains that we could put on seem to really appeal. We've got a really big and busy year in store at the Great Central Railway, and we've got off to a really optimistic start. Coming this year is our new goods experience, which I'm really excited about. That's now on sale and already selling well. And this will allow our visitors to see a different perspective of the traditional railway experience by riding in a brake van and learning more about how goods travelled by rail. This is all part of visitor experience improvements that are coming during the course of 2025, including the launch of our new Explorer products and a new visitor centre at Loughborough Central Station, and more about that coming soon. Now, a bit of good news over the last couple of weeks is that we've finally got planning consent for the improvements that we want to make for the facilities at the Loco shed. Now, you'll probably recall that this is a town deal funded project, which was delayed a bit when we took the decision to move the Loco shed. But what we're going to provide now are new modular buildings that we can reuse elsewhere, that will provide new footplate crew messing facilities and washing facilities and booking on point, as well as a new educational room which will be used for schools visits as well as training our own people. Now, these new facilities are much needed, and they'll have a good life of a number of years before we will actually be moving the Loco shed. Now, talking of the Loco shed, let's go inside. Now, if you're a reader of Steam Railway magazine, you will have noticed that in the latest edition on the front cover is our 04. This is a real star for us, but it's been out of traffic for a considerable time, but we have been working on it in the background. Now, we're very keen to get the money together to complete the boiler work for this, hence partnering with Steam Railway to have a real push on the fundraising. Very shortly, it will become a rolling chassis once again, and here's our Chief Engineer Craig to tell you more.
Well, at the minute we're just finishing the axle boxes. We've got a grinding machine set up at the minute, grinding the horns. We can finish the last set of axle boxes and then basically put it back on its wheels.
Now, talking of Great Central Railway history, the tender for Loco number 567 arrived today, and if you don't know anything about 567, here's Andrew Horrocks-Taylor to tell you more.
Hello, my name is Andrew Horrocks-Taylor. GCR 567 is recreating the late Victorian era of rapid greyhound travel. It originally would have taken the train from Manchester London Road over the difficult route of the Woodhead Pass. So we aim to recreate with this replica new build that particular era of Victorian splendour and bring that flavour to the Great Central Railway of today. We have frames. We have driving wheels being cast at this moment in time. We have bogie trucks. We have a donor tender, and now it's on the move with a £20,000 set aside for Loughborough Locomotive Works to dismantle and get into refurbishing and overhauling that tender for the locomotive in 5 years' time. It's the first time I've seen sort of part of the 567 locomotive move and be delivered, wheels turn. They just really felt as if the locomotive had come alive all of a sudden. We're making good progress in terms of financials. We are 250,000 into a £600,000 project, and we aim to be complete within 5 years should the funding continue.
Now, looking forward to events coming up, there's two really exciting ones that I want to mention to you today. The first of them is a new event that we're putting on, and that's a Spring Enthusiasts event. Now, it's a bit like the last Hurrah Gala, but at the beginning of the season, and this is where we'll make the most of the home fleet with an intensive timetable running over a Saturday and Sunday. So that's the 1st and 2nd of March, so definitely a date for your diary to get a steam fix early into spring. And then the next event that I'd like to mention is our Reunification Open Weekend. Now this is the 5th and 6th of April, again Saturday and a Sunday, and this will be the first event of the year that we're running in conjunction with our colleagues at GCRM, and we'll be running a rail replacement reunification bus service joining the railway together between Quorn and Runnington, and we'll be throwing the doors open across the railway, showing you behind the scenes of what's going on. We'll also have our very own Tom Ingle doing a talk about reunification both at Quorn and at Runnington on both days of the event, doing some walking tours of the reunification route as well. It's a weekend not to be missed, so do come and join us. It's going to be a really exciting 2025 at Great Central Railway, but for now that's all from me. Thank you as always for your support, and if you see me on the railway, please do say hello.